I think in 2019, LinkedIn is really one of the most exciting and most important channels, because all the other channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, I mean, we all know about them, but I think it's always the most interesting when you enter a channel that is about to really explode. And I think what LinkedIn is doing right now is that they're really pushing content on LinkedIn. So it's really becoming a content platform. So you don't just go there anymore for recruiting or to look at the CV of some person, but you really want to go there and be entertained or learn something. And so I think it's really important for personal brands and for content creators to be there on LinkedIn and really publish your thoughts, whether it's writing with articles or whether it's video. And I think video is working really well on LinkedIn. If you're a freelancer, if you're an expert, if you're a speaker, if you're a trainer or a coach, I think you have to be on LinkedIn. It's the most important marketing channel for you. But also as a B2B company, I think you have to publish content on LinkedIn as well, because I think this is how you can demonstrate thought leadership in your area. So let's say if you're a consulting company and you do research on the future of mobility, then me, as someone interested in business, I want to hear about your thoughts. I want to know what McKinsey is thinking about the future of mobility. But I also want to read it in a good format that fits well with social media. So if now McKinsey is just posting one link that's linking to some kind of PDF white paper, that's not really a social native. So they would have to create some other content for social media and especially for LinkedIn. But I think also if you as a person, even if you don't think of yourself as some kind of influencer, I think you have to create this personal brand. And personal brand doesn't just mean showing what you're eating all the time, like a Kim Kardashian, but it's showing what you think about things that are happening in your industry. So if you work in marketing, I want to know what are your thoughts on marketing. If you work in finance or banking, I want to know your perspective on cryptocurrency, on mobile payment, on new banks, on WeChat Pay, Apple Pay and stuff like that. If you work in the automotive industry, I want to hear your thoughts about mobility, about e-scooters, about the Uber IPO. In the past, we as people, we defined ourselves by our employer, by the company that hired us. So if I work for BMW, I'm like a car expert, right? And if I work for Nike, I know something about the sports industry. But I think nowadays, this is no longer enough. I mean, if you work for Nike, it's just a label, but then I still don't know if you're any good or what your thoughts are on the industry. But now if you blog regularly about sneaker trends, about new materials in the sneaker industry, about Nike versus Adidas versus Puma, about sports sponsoring, maybe even about esports, then I know that you're really an expert in the sports industry. And I think blogging on LinkedIn in form of articles or video, or even having a podcast outside of LinkedIn is really the way to go in order to demonstrate your knowledge and your expertise and to become a thought leader in your field.